I'm joined by Ram Madhav, Senior Leader of Bharatiya Janata Party and General Secretary in charge of Kashmir and Northeast. Sir, thank you for making time for Wion. Now election dates have been announced. And my first question to you is, how well positioned is BJP today?
We are very confident that the people of this country will give one more term to Prime Minister Modi, because this time round we are going back to the people with a towering leadership in the form of Prime Minister Modi, and with a very strong organizational network which has grown manifold in last 5 years, and more importantly with our report card of last 5 years, during which we have done so much for the improvement of our conditions of our country, so much for the poor and downtrodden people of this country, all sections of the society, 133 important schemes. So we are pretty confident that based on our leadership, our organization strength and our 5 years of performance, we will certainly get another chance to serve the country.
Sir, if 2014 was about jobs and aspiration, then what is 2019 elections about? 2019
is about the continuance of the visionary progressive programs of Prime Minister Modi, which we have initiated as soon as our government came to power in 2014. The target is building a new India by 2022. We have initiated many programs: economic development, national unity, national prosperity, national security and national dignity. On all these fronts, so much good work has been initiated. We have to take it forward. That is going to be our future agenda before the people that we are placing.
Ram Madhav ji, what has been the biggest achievement of this government? This is a simple majority government. This is unlike Vajpayee government, where there were compulsions of coalition, and lot of things which BJP wanted could not be done because coalition partners had other views. So this time you had simple majority. So what has been the biggest achievement of this government?
You see, our progress report, our report card is very long. We have done so much in last 5 years. But to highlight some of the major significant achievements, if you ask me, I would say we have given a 5-year utterly corruption-free government, a clean government, a communal, a right-free, violence-free India, a peaceful India of 5 years we have given to this country. A dignity of the common people of the nation has been ensured and enhanced. We gave national unity, national prosperity, national security and national dignity and honor. On these 4 counts we have done significantly well. I think these are our major achievements.
Are you sure that the anti-corruption narrative persists today, as it was the main plank of Bharatiya Janata Party in 14?
It will certainly persist. The opposition has tried in a very Goebbels manner to try and spread lots of canards, lots of lies about certain issues. But at the end of the day, remember, in Prime Minister Modi, we have a leader who is not only not non-corrupt, he is incorruptible. No force on earth can corrupt a person like Modi. He is made of that kind of a material. Because of that, the systemic corruption also has been greatly taken care of. Today our banking system is performing more responsibly. All the government systems are working in a more transparent and more responsible manner. We have addressed this systemic corruption also in a big way. So a non-corrupt and incorruptible leadership and majorly corrected, address the problem of systemic corruption. People are noticing it, people are experiencing it on a daily basis.
You think that Rafale hasn't worked as an issue?
You should ask that question to Congress party also, who tried their best to, Rafale is not actually about proving that so-and-so is corrupt, so I am clean. That was not the effort. It was an effort to create a corruption equilibrium in this country. I am anyway corrupt, but I have to somehow, by hook or crook, I have to prove, or at least try and convince people that they are also corrupt. Not just me, they are also corrupt. That was the whole effort. There was no basis for the allegations. Supreme Court has categorically stated that nothing wrong has happened in the whole process. Yet they persisted. Effort is, हम तो है भ्रष्ट, but तुम भी तो सीधा नहीं है. That was the whole effort to bring a corruption equilibrium. The nation doesn't believe in these allegations.
Tell me, Ram Madhav ji, has BJP been able to solve its alliance issues? You had teething problem in Maharashtra, you had teething problem in Punjab, teething problem again in Northeast. Have those issues been settled?
You see, today we have more alliance partners down the line after 5 years. The NDA will be having close to 30 parties, 29 to 30 parties as its alliance partners. Any alliance is not easy, remember. You have seen the drama that has unfolded in last 1 year about Mahagathbandhan. What happened in the end? Have they been able to form an alliance at all? Even in places like Delhi, they are still unable to come, two parties are not able to come together. Look at us, in every state, majority number of states, we have alliance partners with whom we are sailing happily. No alliance is easy because in alliance there will be small irritants, that is natural, but we are running a better alliance than our adversaries.
Or is it because that for the first time BJP was so rapidly expanding in areas where people thought BJP would not expand, created this situation like, for example, Northeast, Kashmir, your rallies in West Bengal, issue of Sabrimala in Kerala, or even the way you organized in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, you yourself campaigned in the Andhra part of Karnataka. Is it because of that?
Alliance, we make alliances not just to win elections alone. Of course, we have to win elections. But alliances give us an opportunity to serve the interests of that particular region well. Because the partners who come, largely in our case, mostly the regional partners, they add a regional value to our national campaign. So that way it's a very important aspect for us, the formation of alliances. So alliance, we see it as a dharma. It's a duty, it is a responsibility. So we keep the aspirations of our alliance partners in mind. As a result, our alliances, whether it is Northeast or elsewhere, they are very comfortable. Where we see a challenge for our larger national vision in our alliance, we have seen BJP walking out of such alliances also. For us, it's not just about winning elections. That's important, but larger issue is benefiting the region, benefiting the nation. That is how we form our alliances.
Sir, is Grand Alliance or the SP-BSP alliance a problem for Bharatiya Janata Party in Uttar Pradesh, sir?
Look, we don't take any adversary easily, lightly. We see every adversary as a potential adversary for us. That is how parties have to prepare. In Uttar Pradesh case, these two parties came together because both knew that if they fight separately, it will be a big advantage for BJP. So in order to stop BJP from winning same number of seats as it won in the last election, they decided to come together. We faced them independently as when they fought individually. We faced them together. In any case, we are confident of winning as many seats as we have won in the last election.
Sir, is it Narendra Modi versus Rahul Gandhi, or is it Narendra Modi versus the rest?
No, my question is Narendra Modi versus who? Let the opposition answer that question first. There is nobody who can really be compared with Modi ji today. They are trying their best to form certain, I would call them ragtag alliances, because there is no other agenda other than opposing Modi. That cannot be any sustaining basis for any alliances. Today, the central question that we will place before the countrymen is precisely this question. If not Modi, who? Who has got that vision? Who has got that, character? Who has got that caliber? Who has got that commitment, dedication to the country? Who? I am sure there is no alternative to Modi today.
So, how do you see entry of Priyanka Gandhi in Uttar Pradesh politics? Dynasticism or fresh blood into Congress stable?
Look, Kartikeya, this entry has happened many times. So, one can say it is a re-entry. She has done so much work in the elections in the past in Uttar Pradesh. It's not that for the first time she is jumping into the fray. Okay, today she is coming into election politics as a party office bearer. That's the only difference. In any case, for that family, whether they are office bearers or not hardly matters. They are the ones who run that party. So, her entry, I really don't think it will make any big difference to the existing electoral dynamic or arithmetic in the state. In any case, as I said, We take every electoral adversary seriously. We prepare.
So what has been the learning curve of Bharatiya Janata Party from Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan?
Three different things. Chhattisgarh, we lost a big chunk of our votes. It's certainly a serious issue. We have lost close to 10 percentage points of our vote share, which is a big loss. One of the reasons was, the opposition has offered something very lucrative, very attractive to the farmers, etc. So there were very, very local economic reasons for that. Whereas in Madhya Pradesh, we secured better percentage of votes, lost narrowly by 4 or 5 seats. In Madhya Pradesh, we have realized that probably selection of candidates, etc. could have been a little more better, a little more careful. We could have done that. We will anyway confident of coming back in all the 3 states in which we had fared badly. In the past also, it used to be always a mixed thing. We would win these 3 states, still lose parliament. We would lose these states, win parliament. It has been a mixed thing in the past also.
So with this loss, the rural distress became an electoral issue. How has your party engaged with this issue post-elections?
This is an artificial creation, the so-called rural distress. India is not a homogenic urban-rural country. Rural means which rural are you talking about? In each scenario, there are different issues. In each state, different issues. Each region, different issues. I can understand if farmers are facing issues in some places. They have to be addressed. But in that, no one can blame only one government. In that state and center, both have to together work towards ameliorating the sufferings of different sections of our society. There are issues that need to be addressed, that we realize, and that's why in the last budget, we have announced so many things. The 6,000 rupee support for farmers that we have extended is keeping in mind the farmer agriculture sector, the needs of the agriculture, especially the small farmers. Like that, we have to look for ways of addressing these concerns.
Ram Madhav ji, you wrote an editorial, I think 2 months back, and you said that the inspiration should be centralized and initiative should be decentralized. What did you mean by that, and what has happened after you have written this? Has something changed?
Oh, yeah, see, that is a general observation I made. Sometimes people tend to think that since Modi ji is such a popular leader, such a towering leader, nobody can match his popularity, he will come and win my assembly seat for me. I told our cadres that while you have great advantage in the form of Modi ji, it's you who have to work hard at your booth level, at assembly level, so that Modi ji's popularity, Modi ji's good work and your hard work together will get us victory. It's not just enough to think that Modi ji will come and win my seat. That's what all I meant in that. In our party, we consistently tell our people that we are a party of the cadre. We have great leaders, we are proud of them, but we are a party of the cadres. Cadres should take inspiration from the leadership, but work has to be done by them. That's why you have seen our National President Amit Shah repeatedly talking about booth jeeto. You have to win the booth. That is booth level Karyakartas have to be active. That's what I meant. Initiative should be at the lowest level. Inspiration is always there from the top.
So why did your party go in for the Citizenship Amendment Bill when you were so well placed? It created a lot of protest. Your own leaders protested against this bill. So why was it mooted when it created so much of unrest? And why did BJP stick to it?
Firstly, Citizenship Bill is not for any one region. It is for the whole country. The erstwhile Pakistan, which includes Bangladesh and today's Pakistan, today's Bangladesh and Pakistan and Afghanistan, we have a partition time issue with these regions. We continuously get an influx of minorities coming from those countries who feel persecuted. Sense of persecution or real persecution, both, lead to migration from these countries into India. It happens into Punjab, it happens into Haryana, it happens into Rajasthan, it happens into Gujarat, and it happens into Bengal and Northeast. For them, we came up with a bill, Citizenship Amendment Bill, which applies to all the minorities who come from these countries. It's a nationwide bill. It was misunderstood in parts of Northeast. We tried our best to tell them that no harm will be caused to the identity, the language, the heritage of any state or any section of northeastern population, whether it is the Assamese identity or it is the identity of other people of other states. That will be completely secure. You know, if I were to put it in one line, what is this Citizenship Bill all about? It is an amendment to Citizenship Act of our country, by which we are making the mandatory period of domicile in India from 12 years to 7 years. That's all. If I am from some other country, I live here for 12 years, I can always apply for citizenship of this country. Through this bill, it is reduced to 7 years only for the persecuted minorities. Other than that, nothing has changed. No effect on any state in Northeast or anywhere in the country. But fears have been created, misinformation has been unleashed, leading to unrest in some states in the Northeast. We are convincing them, we are telling them that they don't have to worry. For us, it's a commitment that will protect the interests, their culture, heritage, language of every region, every state in the Northeast.
Tell me, Ram Madhav, in retrospect, was it correct of BJP to get into an alliance with PTP? There's so much of bitterness and acrimony today.
Look, alliances, we have, I mean, it's not for the first time that we have entered into any alliance in 2015. You have seen we supporting VP Singh. So much criticism was there. We had a lot of bitter experiences after the alliance with VP Singh in the VP Singh government when we supported them. We had experiences and experiences. Alliances are made depending on the current situation, current compulsions of political or electoral compulsions of the state, given situation. Sometimes they work well, sometimes they don't. Many people refer to Shiv Sena BJP relationship, very long relationship, but it has had its own ups and downs. We contested assembly elections independently. We did not go together. So alliances are all, after all, altogether a different ball game. You are asking specifically about PDP. There was a peculiar situation in Jammu and Kashmir whereby we were compelled, both parties were compelled to come together to respect the mandate given by the people. Valley voted for PDP, Jammu voted for BJP. Without these two parties coming together, no government was possible. We tried to work together for 3 years. We have achieved many things. We could not achieve a few things, but a point came where we felt that our larger national vision is getting affected due to this one alliance. We walked out.
You know, Mufti Saab used to say that this is the way to get Jammu and Kashmir together.
Precisely.
But situation deteriorated in the valley. Why did that happen?
The very lofty, very large objective was that greater unity within the state, leading to greater integration of the state with the rest of the country. We have achieved a lot of progress in that, but the situation in the valley, as far as valley situation is concerned, I don't want to link it to any given government alone. When you can't blame a 2-year or 3-year BJP or PDP government for what is happening in the valley today. This has been a problem going on for many decades now. Now, for example, for last 10 months, there was no government. There is no government in the state. Still we are seeing problems. Still we are seeing terrorism. Still we are seeing ghastly incidents happening because the root of this problem is elsewhere. You have to tackle the separatist, terrorist elements in the state sternly, but also you have to tackle your neighbor. Today, thanks to Modi ji, we are able to do both the things. I am sure in next few months' time, things will definitely improve. And in fact, that could be one of the reasons why the Election Commission has decided not to go for the assembly elections now and wait for some more time.
But your critique, your critics say that globally the insurgencies are always resolved through talks, political actions, and globally it has happened. And the criticism is that talk within the valley has not taken place. Yes, you have responded, surgical strike has taken place, Balakot has happened, you have hit at Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, but the talks has not taken place inside. Why?
I don't know who say that globally insurgencies, terrorism is tackled through talks. Terrorism is first tackled militarily in a very tough way. After that part is done, then talks happen. Not the other way. You hold a gun and you force me to talk. That's not the way in which we believe. If you are interested in talks, if the terrorists or separatists are interested in talks, Home Minister has given a carte blanche to them. Last year, if you remember, Home Minister has announced that the government is open to talking to anybody. But the other side was not ready for talks. They wanted to persist with terrorism. Globally, wherever there is terror, there you find governments acting tough. You have seen in Afghanistan, you have seen in other countries. What you are seeing in Pakistan today,
are you talking about
although
Sri
it is
Lanka?
half-hearted thing or whatever, you know, it happened in many countries, but each country has its own way of dealing with it. You know, in India also, we always dealt with them sternly, whether it is Maoist insurgent, irrespective of which government is in power. I am saying. I mean, I lived in Andhra Pradesh for many years. I have seen Congress governments, TDP, NT Ramaraw's government acting very tough with the Maoists.
So tell me one thing, you know, okay, you are saying that, you know, you have to talk tough against terrorism, but there is an
Act tough with terror. Later, if they are ready, if they are coming forward to talk, then that can be considered.
So why is there over-reliance on nationalism and surgical strikes in political narratives, sir?
No, I don't know what is over-reliance or under-reliance. What is wrong with nationalism, you tell me first of all. If somebody says, let us be nationalists, why should anybody take objection to it? What is over-nationalism, over-reliance or under-reliance of it? If nationalism is an issue that people have to choose between nationalism and else, I want everybody in India to choose for nationalism. But that has been the whole message of our freedom movement. Why did we fight? What was the mantra in our fight against the British? Nationalism. But nationalism, is that the issue that we are raising today? We are saying, largely yes, national interest. But we are saying, look at our performance. This is for the good of the country, including the way we tackle terror in this country. I am not saying I am being jingoistic about our actions on terror camps, etc. But the overall picture, the comprehensive picture in which we have tackled terror also, we have tackled national security also in a very, very, very different way. We have to go to the people with that.
Okay. Do you think that international media treated Narendra Modi's Balakot surgical strike unfairly?
Not that we care about it, not that we care for their criticism, but yes, not just Balakot, not just the recent terror thing. The general tenor of the international media has been, over the last 3-4 years, has been largely negative. Great achievements of this government also have always been projected or sought to be projected in a very negative and poor manner. I probably think that, you know, the caliber of the reporter who is reporting from the spot, it also matters in any given report. But as I said, it's okay.
There's a bias?
Press is an independent institution. Let them do their job. But just as press is independent, we are also independent political entity. We go to the people with our work.
And let me come to a very important subject here, Ayodhya, Ram Janmabhoomi. You know, mediation has failed on 4 occasions. The court has ordered mediation. Your first comments on it?
We respect judicial process. We respect the institutions like Supreme Court, etc. But this is a tried and tested thing. Right from 1980, I mean, even when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, there were many efforts for a negotiated settlement. Nothing has worked. So, Supreme Court, if it wants to attempt it once again, no, who can stop them? They have appointed a committee. But we believe that it's all leading to further delays in the matter. We hope that Supreme Court takes up the matter as soon as possible and adjudicate it based on the facts available.
Are you saying that education is the better way?
No, it is before the Supreme Court for adjudication only. You know, actually, it is a simple case of ownership of a particular piece of land. Now, this has been elevated to be a constitutional question. Fair enough, Supreme Court in its wisdom decided it should be addressed by a constitutional bench. Now, Supreme Court wants to turn the wheel around again to go back to the negotiations. From negotiations it will start. 8 weeks or 4 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever time Supreme Court has given. Let us see how things happen in next
So is it a
weeks.
question of faith or constitutional law, Ayodhya?
see, don't mix up these two things. As far as the Supreme Court is concerned, it's a question of 2.77 acres of land where the Ramlala's temple existed. History says it was demolished to give way to a mosque which lived there for a few centuries. Faith is certainly linked to this issue in a big way. Crores and crores, I mean millions and millions of people believe that place to be the birthplace of Lord Ram, Bhagwan Ram. So faith is invariably linked to it. The central dispute there, the question is not about the faith, whether one should believe that Ram is born there or not. That's not the question before the Supreme Court. Supreme Court cannot adjudicate on such matters. Belief is a personal or a community matter. Here the simple issue is whether that land should belong to the Nyas, Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas, or to somebody else. That is a simple question.
The reason why I'm asking you is because in political narrative, sometimes it becomes a matter of land suit, sometimes it becomes a matter of constitutional propriety. Some people write about as a matter of faith. In your opinion, is Ram Lala Virajman, the issue, the Ram Janam Bhoomi, what is the primary issue? The faith of millions of people, constitutional law, or the land deed? Which should hold primacy, sir?
In each context, it is a different issue. If you are talking about the larger national sentiment, it's about the faith of the people that it is a birthplace of Lord Ram, so it is sacred for us. It is a belief of more than a billion population of this country. When it comes to the question before the Supreme Court, it is just about a dispute over the ownership of a piece of land. Now, we are mixing up these issues. People want a temple there because they have a belief that it is the sacred place of the birth of Lord Ram. That piece should be handed over back to the temple authorities is what we are demanding.
And last question, sir, before I let go of you. You know, BJP made strong strides in Northeast and Kashmir under you. But when we look at the strides in Odisha, West Bengal, Kerala, the noises were there, but there were no electoral benefits. What is the difference? Why has that happened?
We are very confident this time round we will have a totally different kind of result in at least states like Odisha and West Bengal. Of course, besides the 7 states of the Northeast. We are hoping to do very well in West Bengal, pick up a good number of seats there. And also in Odisha, we are hoping to do fairly well. So Eastern India and Northeast will actually surprise the political pundits also this time as far as the BJP's performance.
But last time regional parties had the sway in Eastern India.
I mean consistently. Traditionally in these 2 states, the regional parties have always had a sway. Even when leftists were in power, they were like a regional party in Bengal. They were strong there. But this time we hope that BJP will pick up good number of seats both in Bengal as well as in Orissa.
So thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.